What's up, everyone? It's Thursday night, which for us Big Brother fans, it only means one thing. What is Eviction night? What is Eviction night? It's on Jeopardy. What does Thursday mean, folks? It means Eviction night. I am here, I'm with my coffee. I am so excited to get this show on the road. Not just the fact that it's Eviction night, but if you all took a look at the title of this video, you will know that the channel has just reached 28,000 subscribers. 28,000, can you all believe that? Insanity. Anyways, I am so glad to all the folks who came out tonight to join me and hang out for Eviction night, or just hang out in general. Yeah, I'm blown away. Literally moments before I went live, I noticed the channel just ticked over 28,000 subscribers. Wow, what, 28? That's insane. Thinking of 28,000 people. And listen, I couldn't have done it without y'all that are sat here right now. Y'all are my amazing fans who show up to every single video, and not just every single video, but every single live video. Y'all are freaking amazing. To go a little American on y'all for a second, I owe that for y'all. But thank you so much for everybody who joined us tonight. 28,000. What a way to kick off tonight's live stream. Cheers, everyone. 28,000. What? Next stop is 29, and then we're at the big 3-0. So this is. I'm a very happy bunny right now. Maybe we'll hit 30,000 this season. That would be incredible. Cheers to 28k, everyone. Look, best mom ever. That's me. So if I'm going to run a poll as well, because I always do that on Eviction night, as to who everybody wants out and all that kind of stuff. But first of all, I'm going to say hi to everybody who came in tonight, and also give a wonderful shout out to my amazing moderator, Sam, also my partner in real life, right there in the corner. If Sam wants to pop out and say hi to everybody, she's right there. If we can all show some love for Sam, that would be amazing, because they're wonderful. And y'all know the graphic, the new graphic that's been on TV Talk to Tom. If you didn't, I'm sure all of you all know this by now, but it was actually Sam who did that. So a big hand for Sam for the graphic and being just the most amazing person in the world, and somebody who supports me doing this every single day. Sam is amazing. So can we all get a hand for Sam? All right, gang. There's 3 people on the line tonight. It's Will, it's Adrian, and Amy. Only one will leave the doors. One will win the Big Brother blockbuster, and the other one will just end up staying in the game from not winning the blockbuster and not being voted out. I just came to my attention, I got a super thanks before the video started. Of course, it was the great David Cushmore. David Cushmore, thank you so much. That's very, very generous. I appreciate you ever so much. What a great way to kick off the 28k celebration with a lovely super thanks and a lovely tribute to a legend. David Cushmore says, Hulk Hogan has passed away. A very sad day for the World Wrestling Entertainment and all the Hogan fans. My memory of Hulk Hogan SummerSlam 1999 at the Metrodome in Minneapolis. Yeah, Hulk Hogan, man, he revolutionized modern day wrestling as we know it. I got a shock. I got the notification on my phone earlier when I was out and about, and I was like, it took me by surprise, let's just put it that way. So yeah, a lovely tribute there to Hulk Hogan, a legend in wrestling. So cheers to Hulk Hogan. And thank you, David, that's very kind. We've had quite a few fun things this week, haven't we? We started the postcard wall, didn't we? That was so cool. I don't know if Marmar's in the house tonight, but Marmar sent a couple of postcards in, which I just absolutely love, and some peanut brittle, which we have already snacked on, and I don't know if Sam wants to join me and give him the thumbs up right now, because it was good. It was amazing. We loved it. Thank you so much, Marmar. I'm loving all the love for Sam, it's so sweet. Okay, so, can we run a poll? I'm trying to figure that out. Because I haven't got my laptop next to me. I'm using something else. I'm using an iPad, a tablet to do this. And I don't know how to do polls on this one, but I think I know before I even run a poll who everybody wants to go tonight. Let me just throw it to y'all right now. If y'all could decide out of Amy, Adrian, and Will, who would you want to be evicted tonight? I know exactly who everyone's going to say, because I did it as question of the day in today's update, and my word, the comments came through on who everyone wants out. Amy, 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 without a doubt. Amy, 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 hands down. Adrian, Will, Amy, Amy or Will, Adrian, Amy, 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 Amy. No, not Amy, Amy, Amy. Amy. LMAO. Okay. Well, Amy, R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne. Cheers to Ozzy, a British legend. Amy. Okay. Point is, I think a lot of people want Amy out. Me personally, I'm not a fan of Amy at all, because I can't fathom anybody who just gives up and goes, I'm fine with going home. Ugh. Get lost, don't let the door hit you on your way out. I don't like that at all. That's why I can't get behind Amy. However, the most interesting outcome to me tonight would actually be if Adrian went home. Because Adrian talked a big game in the pre-season, and guess what he's done this week when he's been on the block? Nothing. So to me, I'm basically going off who I like on a personal level the most, because all three of these have done nothing to save their own games. They've all just had kind of defeatist attitudes where they haven't even tried to do anything. So say what you will about Kelly and Keanu, but guess what? They try, they hustle, they do what they can to try and stay in the game, and they managed to, right? They both pulled themselves off the block. But Will, Amy and Adrian, all three of them haven't done anything. So to me, losing, I'm only focused now, just on a personal level as a viewer. I want the person to stay who is actually, I like the most on the personal level, and that's Will. So Amy, Adrian, I don't mind who goes out, the two of them, as long as it's not Will. But I do think Adrian would be the more interesting boot, because it's going to cause the house to scramble more, because a lot of the house is banking on Amy being on the block after the BB blockbuster. They haven't really made plans outside of it. They've kind of just went, oh, we'll cross that bridge when we find it, in terms of Duran Duran there. If you got that reference. The reflex, and I'm off. No, basically, they would have to scramble. If Amy wins the BB blockbuster tonight, then they're going to have to focus. I really hope someone got that Duran Duran reference. I'm not letting that escape my head. But they're going to have to vote out Adrian, and that will cause a little bit of a scramble. See, I'm with Dak Chats there. Okay, so Dak says, I want Amy to win just to watch the scramble. Same here. That's all I want to see. It's the scramble tonight. This has been a bit of an underwhelming week because of Jimmy. And who would have thought it? You know, he waltzes in, he tries to talk his big game, that he's going to do all this stuff and be all old school. And then look where we are at the end of the week. Look who's on the block. 3 people with absolutely no drive in the game. There's no threat that is going to be neutralised this week in the house. And I know there's a lot of Jimmy supporters, and I know there's a lot of Jimmy naysayers, but, and I don't hate Jimmy at all, but I'm always more critical on people who talk a big game and then don't deliver. And that's why I haven't really enjoyed Ashley, and why I haven't enjoyed Jimmy, and I haven't enjoyed Adrian, because those 3 talked a big game in the pre-season, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, let's just give them nothing. Exactly that. Willie Lloyd is right. Jimmy talks about making big moves, but never backs up his talk. You know, I've talked about this in the past few days on the updates, about how I feel like he almost, it feels like he's rehearsed some of these moments to try and go viral. Anybody else get that vibe? Because that's the kind of vibe I get from Jimmy. Yeah, we've got some interesting comments on Jimmy there. Hi Tom, hi Ann Jacobson. Ann Jacobson is a patron on the channel, and you can become a patron too, folks. Literally, I've been talking about how we're doing the Big Brother 2 rewatch. I filmed that. It's already been filmed, and it's coming to y'all soon. We're doing a patron-only series where I go back to the beginning of the game, and I was blown away. Like, it's been a while since I've seen Big Brother 2, and just going back and watching that first episode kind of blew my mind. So all my head of household patrons and Blindside Butterbean patrons, We'll be getting access to that very, very soon, where we go back and watch the old seasons of Big Brother. We're going to go all the way through them. Once a week, you'll get an episode of the old school Big Brother. So I'll be there all throughout the year doing that as well. That's the fun thing about this. So, you know, while I usually disappear for the other 9 months, I'm going to be here for that. I'm going to be doing Patreon all year round. So if you want a slice of Big Brother action throughout your year, then consider joining the Patreon. It costs as little. You can join as little at $5 a month to join the Discord, and then there's a couple more options. I can't get my words out. A couple more options where there's more perks. You can also get your name in the credits of every single one of my videos. Lots of good stuff there. And wonderful Sammy has put the link in the description. So if y'all want to check that out, you can become a patron on TV Talks with Tom. Really interesting group of people on Big Brother 2. It's so much more edgy than it was back then. Back now, yeah, back then it was way more edgy in the fact that people said things where you're just like, oh my God, you can't even believe some things are coming out of people's mouths. But it's fascinating. It's the original social experiment, and there's so many shiners in that cast. I'm looking at Dr. Will, I'm looking at Monica, Bunky, Hardy, Nicole, Cheryl. Just everyone has kind of got a name for themselves. Shannon, Krista, even Justin for that matter. Everybody kind of brings something to the game, and those old seasons, gold dust. So I hope you all would join me on my Patreon and going back to that start. Who's the best mom in the world? It's me. Yeah, I know, I chose this mug interestingly. Kathleen Branham says, this is why older people would be better house guests. Gameplay, no showmans, no wannabe influencers. Yeah, I have no time for the influencer types who play Big Brother, and no, there's nothing wrong with being an influencer at all. Like, I love people who make their money influencing, but if you're going to go on Big Brother, it's not time to influence, it's time to play the game, or use your influencing powers to influence people in the game, for goodness sake. Stop trying to sit there and look pretty. You're here to win $750,000. Do you know how much money that is? You know, I know there's so many of us in here, probably most of us in here, how much that would change our lives. I'm just imagining it. $750,000. If you get that opportunity, you fight tooth and nail, right? It's not every day you get an opportunity to win that much money. That's almost $1 million. It's a lot of money, and I don't like to see anybody give up on it, because there's people who I know would give an arm and a leg to win that. You also want competitive people as well. You want to find people who play Monopoly with their family and they want to flip the table when they lose. You know, you need to find those kind of people. Because as crazy as that sounds, these people are gonna hustle. They are gonna hustle so hard. See, just like Kathleen. Kathleen says, I'm ruthless when I play Uno with my family. Get me in that house, I'm not stopping. Hear that, casting team? We want Kathleen for Big Brother 28. That's my pitch. Cheers to you, Kathleen. Ooh, good question. Jack TV Films says, who would you want brought back from Big Brother 2 that has never been brought back? Monica. Say it with me, guys, one more time. Monica. She is a gem. She is Monica. You know, Monica is Monica. She's just freaking amazing, and it was shameful that she wasn't voted into the house on Big Brother 7. She was available in the vote, but they decided not to. Instead, they went with contracted options. Let's just say that. Yeah, I love seeing the Monica love. I love that. Lucas says, congrats on 28,000, Tom. Well deserved. Thank you so much, Lucas. I always get really reflective whenever I hit like a next 1,000 milestone, because it's just so reflective. I remember when I was putting out these videos with, you know, less than 100 subscribers. It was just, I don't know, everything just feels like a flash almost, and then here we are now, almost at 30,000. I just get so reflective and I feel so grateful for the journey I've been on with this, as corny as the journey sounds, but it really has been that. Y'all have been with me since I was, you know, in my late teen years up until now, where I'm married. Like, it's kind of wild. It really has been a journey. I'm gonna say that with my chest, because journey gets such a dirty word now these days, but yeah, it really has been a journey. And the people who've been with me since the start, the people who joined me halfway along, and the people who've joined me this year, y'all are all a part of this TV Talks with Tom family, and I couldn't be more grateful for such a lovely, positive group of people. Because that was another big thing of me starting out on this channel as well. You know, I felt like I wanted to bring some more positivity to the Big Brother space, because I think, as we all know, there is there's a lot of people in the Big Brother space where it's a lot of negativity, and I wanted to bring a slice of positivity, you know, and I feel like I achieved that goal. I really do, and it's not like the goal is done and gone. It's a goal that I want to continue doing through the years, continuing to bring a slice of happiness and positivity into people's days. And I get that drive a lot from Kevin from Big Brother 19, because he was one of the people I was so attached to when I was watching him, and it was a time in my life as well where I was really looking up to a role model, and that was Kevin for me. And he was always about positivity and kindness and just seeing the good in people, or trying to see the good in people, and just, even if people aren't positive around you, doing what you can to put out some positive space, and that's something I've endeavored to do since I've started, and I feel like I'm doing a decent job of that, and long may it continue. Finding Laurie, thank you so much, my love. Finding Laurie has been with the channel a long time. That's a name I always recognize there. Laurie, you are so wonderful, my darling. Laurie says, did you order your HOH robe? Oh my god, yeah. So I said a couple of weeks ago, that's so funny, I wanted to do, if people send in enough super thanks, I will order a HOH robe. We should do like a live stream just for that. Would you all be down for that? We could do a HOH robe live stream where we aim to, we'll have to check the CBS website to see how much a HOH robe costs first, and we'll do a fundraiser to get a HOH robe, and then I can do some live feed updates in the HOH robe. That sounds fun. Laurie, I appreciate you so much, my darling. I hope you have the best evening ever, and you were just a wonderful, amazing person. So thank you so much, Laurie. Have the best night. What colour will I choose? I would choose I like the red one, is really cool. I also look great in red, if I can say so myself. I like red. I would go for the really kind of velvety, almost Hugh Hefner-esque one. That's what I'd be going for. Oh, another great question from Jack TV Films. What's your top 2 favourite Scream movies? I love Scream 1, that's the OG, great one, and I also love the one in New York, Scream 6. Maybe that's recency bias, but I love those two, and I'm looking forward to the next one as well. I know it's been all over the place in terms of production and all that kind of stuff, but love Scream. Number 1 and number 6 are probably my favourites so far. I really want to get onto some more of those like 90s style horror movies. I know What You Did Last Summer. I believe that's got a new movie out right now, and I want to go back and watch the original because I've never seen that. I love all the support behind the robe. Hey, you want to see me in the robe? Send in some super thanks, folks. Then I can get to ordering. Yeah, I would. Yeah, thank you for the red compliment. I would look good in a red HOH robe. Let's go. What was your first year covering Big Brother? Oh boy, that was Big Brother 22. That was a season, wasn't it, folks? And that is the biggest understatement of the century. 22. It was 22, All Stars 2, apparently. I can never not talk about 22 without throwing in some shade, but I kind of love throwing in shade. A blue HOH robe would look good with your eyes. Why, thank you. Yeah, 22. That was something. Sorry, I'm having flashbacks now. That was so rough. Do you all remember watching Janelle and Kesa walk in and thinking, oh yeah, we're in for a good summer, slap bang in the middle of COVID, you know, we've got something to look forward to. And then the most boring alliance ever, boring pre-made alliance dominated the entire game. And it was as if the Big Brother God said, we're going to pick the most boring people in Big Brother history. They might be good at the game, but the most boring personalities in Big Brother history, and put them together and force you to watch them all season long. No thank you. That's why, see, the folks with no personalities ganged up on the ones with personalities and took them out early. I like to pretend in my mind, and I think a lot of people do this as well, that Big Brother 22 isn't canon. It didn't happen, and hopefully we will see Janelle and Kesa again for All Stars 3. I'm holding out hope that season 30 is going to be another All Stars season. That would be really awesome. What do we all think? Do we think that it's going to be 30 for the next one? I feel like that's it makes sense. I know obviously between 7 and 22 that was a long time, but also I feel like now, especially in the reality TV space, it's becoming more and more common to bring back people. So that makes me think that maybe in a few seasons time we might get another All-Star season. I'm not going to hold out on hope though for that, but 30 would be a nice number. I kind of thought they would do it for 20, but then they kind of waited until the ratings got bad. That's something that a lot of shows do. They wait till ratings get bad and then bring back fan favourites to boost them. In my opinion, you shouldn't wait until the ratings get bad for that. You should just do it every now and then, because it just kind of keeps things, you know, it generates natural hype. Don't just rely on that when the ratings are down. Give the folks what they want. People love an All-Star season. I remember, like, the hype before Big Brother 22 was like nothing I'd seen. Like, it was bigger than 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, probably all put together. I remember how excited everybody was trying to figure out who was going in the house, and we were looking at everybody's Instagram stories and cryptic tweets, and that was a great pre-season. It's a shame I can't say the same thing about the actual season. Shady coffee sip. Okay. Yeah, and Heidi says season 30 would also follow CBS with the Survivor model. Yeah, I'm excited for Survivor 50. Looking forward to that. Dak says, Tom, have you seen the Fantastic Four? Literally a couple hours ago. We just got back from watching the Fantastic Four. It was so good. So good. Love the Fantastic Four. I couldn't hype it up enough. I was kind of blown away just by all the roles all four of them played. It was just, I'm not going to spoil anything, folks, so don't worry, you don't need to tab off. But for the folks who are plan on going to see it, but they really managed to balance every single one of the characters so well, where I just kind of fell in love with each of them individually. And it's funny because I know there's a lot of Marvel naysayers out there who just assume it's going to be bad before they even go in, but I'll say to those folks right now, because I understand there has been a dip in content from Marvel for sure, but I will say, and I don't say this lightly, going with an open mind, and I think you might enjoy it. It was also it was set in the 1960s, which was such a cool aesthetic. I loved that, like the costumes and the scenery, like production design, and the costume designers deserve awards on awards on awards for that, because it was just so good and such an emotional thing as well. You know, I loved, and all the actors were great, and all on that level as well. Talking about just how they played their characters, all the actors seem so nice in real life as well. But that's I couldn't hype it up enough. And then the post-credit scene, I can't go further than that. Tina Wunderlich, thank you so much. Tina, of course, long-time supporter on the channel. Tina, you are awesome. Tina says, please remember, we watch the stash grow. Yeah, That's part of being part of TV Talks with Tom. I used to be a baby face with no facial hair then. You know, might still be trying to grow it a bit more now, but yeah, you watched the stash growth. Thank you so much, Tina. I appreciate you. I just watched the video of the cast playing their characters on Marvel Rival with Lucifer. Yeah, I love me some Marvel Rivals. Anybody else play Marvel Rivals in here? I like to think there's some more. Greg says, please no Jag, Matt or Boy Jane for season 30. If no Felicia, I'm out. Here's my take. The only contenders for season 30, in my opinion, from season 25, would be Felicia, Sari, who I think would 100% say no. There's no way Sari's coming back, but Felicia deserves to come back. I think all winners should get an automatic invite if they weren't like a complete dick. Like Jag wasn't that, but I also think he is the weakest winner of all time, up there as one of the weakest winners of all time. So that's all there. I also think America was entertaining as hell. I think she could come back as well. A lot of the pre-seasoners deserve a better chance. The pre-jury people like Heisem and Izzy, they were chaotic as hell. They deserve another shot, because if they made it into the jury, that season might have continued being half decent. Alright. I didn't know you played. That's very cool. Yeah, I love some Marvel Rivals. I love me some Fortnite. That's my two games, Fortnite and Marvel Rivals. I play other things as well, but they're the two I tend to rotate with the most. I also like a bit of Minecraft as well. That game came out when I was a kid, so it kind of came at the perfect time for someone my age at the time to play. So I've been hooked on Minecraft since I was a kid as well. It's got a lot of nostalgia for me, and I just love how creative it is as well. Whether, you know, I remember having really cool Minecraft servers with my friends when I was in my teen years, and we used to all go on after school and create like these amazing worlds. And yeah, Minecraft holds a special place in my heart for sure. Tina says, if I join the Patreon, does this cancel my membership here? No, it doesn't. You can, the two individual things, you'll be able to keep your stickers and your loyalty badge and everything like that, so don't worry about that. America and Blue are on the challenge. Yes, I am aware they are on the challenge. Should I say this? Can I announce this now? Maybe I should announce it. I'm going to be covering the challenge, folks. Y'all have seen I've been doing Bachelor in Paradise recently. Well, it's time to add another one to the roster. The upcoming season of the challenge, I will be covering on TV Talks with Tom. So stick around for that, folks. That's coming, I believe next week is when the challenge starts. It's very, very soon. I'm really excited to fully throw myself into the challenge because I've never really done it. I've watched episodes here and there, but I decided this was going to be the where I start to throw myself in more. So I will be covering the challenge. Vets versus New Threats. It looks like a good cast. Frank says, I'm surprised how much chatter there has been this season for the house guests of who will and will not be in the jury. Do they not remember Expect the Unexpected? Yeah, it's funny because that kind of conversation happens more when you've got a chaotic cast, because it's so much more difficult to predict who is going to land where. And especially with a HOH like Jimmy's, we went in with the expectations that maybe a big dog was going to get taken out, and then all of a sudden it ended with, okay, he just completely backed out and put the three weakest players on the block. And I don't mean weakest physically or weakest emotionally or whatever, just I'm talking weakest in terms of determination. Adrian, Amy and Will, there couldn't have been a worse three, I'm telling you. All three of them have just lost drive completely, and it's just been it's been tough to see, because Adrian talked such a big game before going to the house, and I hope maybe next week he's gonna get into gear. But man, it's been disappointing watching the nominees because they haven't done much. They really haven't done much. I'll say what I always say. We've got 202 people watching, which is amazing. We're over 200. I don't think we went over 200 last week, so that's freaking amazing that there's that many people watching. 208 people watching with only 111 likes. I'll say what I always say, folks. The math isn't mathing. Hit the like button if you haven't already. I would love to get to 200 likes by the end of the live stream. Just takes all of 0.2 seconds just to click that little button, and it really, really helps me out. And it's free. No cost there, folks. Just hit the like button. This group needs to stop obsessing about jury and the wall comp. I love the wall comp. Honestly, who do we think is going to win the wall comp this year? Just based on the first couple weeks. I'm trying to think who I would put my money on. I feel like Lauren could be one for the wall comp. Roberta says the talk of who should be in jury in only week 2 is so ridiculous. Yeah, this is a chaotic group of people. It's a chaotic group of people. Morgan, of course, Morgan could win the wall. How could I forget? Morgan could totally win the wall. Yeah. Ella Mystique Crystal, I just saw that. Thank you so much, Ella Mystique Crystal. I appreciate you so much. I've got my eyes on Ava. She seems to know how to stir. Yes, she does. She really does. First of all, thank you so much, Ella Mystique Crystal. I hope you have an amazing evening and enjoy the eviction tonight. Thank you for coming by. And thank you even more for your super thanks. So sweet. But Ava, I've got my eyes on Ava too. I'm very impressed, and I can't wait to see what she does. She's laying low, she's very funny, and she's very personable. People like her in conversations. There's nobody saying, I don't want Ava around, or Ava sucks, or I don't like being in the same room as Ava. None of that. And that's always a good sign in Big Brother. So I too have got my eyes on Ava. Thank you so much. Love you and your takes, Tom. Since BB23, I've found more love for the game. This season is chaos and I love it. I'm so glad to hear that, Miles. It's a great game so far. It's very chaotic, and I think as a lot of us Big Brother fans love, we love chaos. It keeps things fresh, it keeps things exciting, and yeah, it's a great season so far. I can't fault it. This week was a little bit of a Jimmy's HOH. I wasn't impressed by, but the chaos was still in the game, so I can hardly complain. If Adrian loses the wall after practicing at home, it would be really embarrassing. He's talked a big game. That's the thing. When you come in and do your pre-season interviews and you go, people are going to witness levels of Big Brother they've never seen, and the greatest player ever. He's already let himself down. I'm just going to ask you all a question right now. What we've seen this week of Adrian, any of y'all right now, is that the greatest Big Brother player ever? Is it? There's nothing more that disappoints me and annoys me than people who talk a big game and don't deliver. I will ask you all that again. What Adrian came into the preseason and said, I'm going to be the greatest player ever and y'all are going to be amazed by what I do and all that kind of stuff. Anybody been amazed? Anybody been blown away? Anybody think, oh my god, this is a Big Brother legend? I think it's important to hold people accountable to the stuff they've said they're going to do in the game. Because when they don't deliver, it's just really disappointing. Willie Lloyd says, Keanu will have to win the wall comp. When you look at him, he looks like a beast in endurance. It's so funny. Yeah, you would think the big guys could do well on the wall, but year after year after year, the big guys usually fall off the wall. And usually it's a woman who wins the wall. And that's why my money's on Lauren or Morgan. Morgan blanked my mind for a second when I asked that question, but then I think of Morgan and I'm like, I think Morgan actually might beat out Lauren on the wall. Morgan needs to, while we're on the topic of Morgan, I just want to speak about her for a second. She needs to take a step back from Zach. I feel like Zach's made it more clear than ever that he wants nothing to do with being in the showmance with her, but she continually tries, and it's just a little bit. It's tough to watch, and she's got such a good sight on the game. She's got such a good game prowess, and then she goes and does that. And I'm not saying it's gone yet. I'm not saying all this wasted potential is gone. It's just tough watching somebody who's so good at the game throw themselves a little bit downhill like that. So yeah, I think it would be best for Morgan if somebody took a shot at Zach and got him out of the game, because then she can get her head back in the game. Because she ain't going to take a shot at Zach. If she wins HOH, she's going to use it to try and strengthen her relationship with Zach. She ain't touching him, basically. Just like Zach doesn't want to touch her. She was sat on his lap earlier, yesterday, and was giving him back rubs and everything. I was just like, Morgan, stop! Like, oh. There's a lot of, not just chaos, but there's a lot of hormones in this house. That I feel like adds to the chaos even more. Yeah. The wall is built for people with lower body strength and short feet. See, I've got big feet. I've got huge feet, so I would not be good on the wall at all. Sherry says, agree with you. Hopefully she gets to the point. Gets the point. He isn't at all getting the point. He isn't into it. Right. I feel like maybe Zach needs to spell it out a little bit clearer. But also, Zach's in a really good position socially. A lot of people like him. Because I think a Rachel Riley HOH would be interesting tonight, because nobody's really actually made a plan to target the Queen, you know? And I'm just fascinated by that. Almost flabbergasted. I'm just like, that's Rachel Riley, you know. See that person over there across the room from you who's drinking her coffee on a morning with you, and, you know, she's also hanging out with you while you have dinner? That's Rachel Riley. Are these people, is anybody else feeling me? Do you all know exactly what I mean when I say that? That is Rachel Riley, who is sat across from the room from you, and you are not even planning to get her out. This is Rachel Riley. Not just Rachel Riley. She has won the game. Take her out. Like, I don't know if anybody else has found themselves having those moments while watching the feeds and just thinking, I don't know if she's got this missed, or if she's just managed to really integrate herself really well with the rest of the group. So I think it's an element of both. I think it's the chaos that's swirling around that's helping Rachel make it further. And then on the other side, I think Rachel is just good at the game. I really do. And she's won it. And if she gets to the end, she's probably going to win again. I think it's... I would have confidently said yes, she will, but then I think about Dan on season 14, and then it makes me doubt it. But I always think of Sandra on Survivor. In any scenario in which Sandra gets to the end, I don't see a scenario in which... Even if there's people who've played their arses off, excuse my Britishness, Sandra would still win. It's as simple as that. And I think Rachel might fit into that same boat. But yeah. Oh wow, another one from David Cushmore. Thank you so much, David Cushmore. I appreciate you ever so much. Yeah, definitely feeling a lot of the Hulk Hogan stuff tonight. I've seen a lot of comments about that, and it's all over my social media. Like I said, when it popped up on my phone earlier, because I was out and about actually. And do y'all say out and about in America? I feel like that's a Britishism. I was out and about, and I got the notification on my phone that he passed away, and I was shocked. And David Cushmore says, do you have a favourite match of Hulk Hogan? My favourite match of Hulk Hogan was Sting versus Hulk Hogan at Starrcade 1997. So for me, I haven't watched a lot of old wrestling. I've seen so many clips though. The one that captivated me the most though, it was because when I got into WWE, I did go back to WrestleMania 1. And that one, of course, captivated me, because I actually watched the WrestleMania from this year before I watched the WrestleMania 1. Then I went back to watch that one, and it was fascinating. It was like I've talked about with Big Brother, going back to the start, you know, going back to Big Brother 2 and seeing how the game was made. And that was what it was like with WrestleMania as well, seeing Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior and, you know, all those old school, you know, King Kong Bundy, all those people. It was cool seeing the OGs. So thank you so much, David Cushmore. I appreciate you ever so much. Very sweet that you are giving all these tributes to Hulk Hogan. That's very, very sweet. Thank you, David. I hope you have a great evening, my friend. Okay, I'm glad people say out and about here, I think. It definitely feels like a UK phrase, out and about. Okay, yeah. It is a Dolly Parton shirt, yeah, to somebody asking. How cool is that? I love Dolly Parton. She's an amazing lady. she's not just an amazing performer, but she's an amazing lady as well. She's such a role model. I love her music for a start. I'm a big fan of old country music. That's a lot of the music, if you go on my I've got such an interesting taste of music. I like old songs way more, older songs way more. But if you loaded up my Spotify, you'd see everything from old school salsa music to old school country music. Plus I even like classical music. I like all the jazzy stuff from the 1940s, you know, Glenn Miller and the wartime bands and all that kind of stuff. I'm old school at heart. I'm an old man in a 23-year-old body. That's that's literally what I am. In my heart right now, I am in a retirement home and listening to some doo-wop music. That's me. But yes, Dolly Parton, amazing lady, amazing performer. Just she's awesome. She's a fantastic lady. And she's got like so much wisdom and a kind soul, and I think it's important we look up to people like that, people who spread positivity, people who spread love and light. I like that a lot. See, Lisa's saying got to check out the Eagles. Listen, my friend, I have checked out the Eagles. I've known the Eagles for years. I love the Eagles. The Eagles are fantastic. I'm just old school is the best school in my opinion. I really see. I'm seeing so much Dolly love. That's fantastic. I'm old school, guys. I really am old school when it comes to my music. Bill GGBG. Then there's a hammer emoji. Pitbull hashtag RIPSJ. Thank you so much, Bill. I appreciate you. Bill says favorite Hogan match, first WWF title win against the Iron Sheik. See, this is so sweet seeing all the love come in for Hulk Hogan tonight. Bill, I appreciate you ever so much. Thank you for the super thanks. It really means a lot to me, and I hope you have an amazing evening. Yeah, Hotel California. It's a classic, isn't it? Yeah, I am an old soul for sure. I listen to the occasional bit of modern music, but you wouldn't catch me listening to it like on the regular. That's just it. And that's no shade to modern music at all, you know. People like what they like, and that's as simple as that. But to me, I feel like when I listen to older school music, it just hits me in my heart way more. And it's like getting a vocal hug. Does that make sense, y'all? And I know I've got a lot of older viewers, so I'm asking if that makes sense, but I know it does. I know it makes sense to y'all, because I feel like y'all would probably say the exact same thing. But yeah, old school's the best. Oh, Desperado is one of my favorite songs. I am obsessed with that song. It's so beautiful. The melody, the lyrics. It's just. I'm an old soul, folks. Desperado is just, yeah. If you don't like Desperado, all I'll say is, why don't you come to your senses? It's just so good. Oh, killer, really, just amazing. We've got 15 minutes until it's time for the eviction on Big Brother 27. I'm seeing a lot of hype in the house tonight. This is lovely. I'm really enjoying hanging out with y'all. If this is your first time hanging out with me before a live stream, we do this every single week. You know, we do updates every single day, don't we? And it's all this happened. I always like to have this little hour just before the eviction every single week, just to have a chill time. You know, where we can just chat about random things like the Eagles and the Fantastic Four. Like, it's so fun. And then we can sprinkle Big Brother in the middle. It's so sweet. Plus, I love chatting with y'all. It's so sweet actually just getting to have these interactions. It's very nice. But like I said, we do this every single week before the live stream. And there's usually, you know, between 100 to 200 of us here. And it's just lovely. Oh, Evelyn, thank you so much. Oh, can we all get a hand for Evelyn? That's very sweet. Evelyn L says, congrats on 28,000 subs, Tom. Thank you so much. Yeah, like I said, just before I went live here tonight, the channel ticked over 28,000. I pulled up my studio and I saw it was like, I think it was 28,005, and I was like, and I didn't expect it to happen today. So that was really, really sweet. That tipped over the edge. So thank you so much, Evelyn. I appreciate you ever so much. Next stop is 30k, and the channel wouldn't be possible without people like you. So thank you so much, Evelyn. Those folks who were sending in super thanks. You're not just helping the channel, you're helping me, Tom, on a personal level, and I just appreciate that so much. So sending the biggest hug and kiss to you. I appreciate you ever so much. All right. Greg says, I met Don Henley at Carole King's 50th anniversary of Tapestry concert at Hyde Park. Okay, but a UK. He was so kind. Yeah, Don Henley seems like a rock star. He just seems so cool, and what a talent. What a talent. I watched a recording of him singing Desperado a few years ago, and his voice has still got it. He's still got it. He can still sing those old school tunes, which I love. I think that's so impressive. I think it's the real test of time, and I think that's another thing as well. Like, as much as I do, I bless you, Sam. I like I said, I don't hate modern music or anything like that, but I feel like the old school singers. I'm not saying they're more talented, but I'd be interested to see if a lot of these modern people could still hold a tune in 40 years' time, because a lot of it's auto-tuned and all that kind of stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I like somebody who can, just sing, and that's pretty amazing. Yeah, on the road to 30k, we're getting there. We're getting there. Icarus Gypsy says, I want Adrian to win Blockbuster so bad after seeing his crying segment. Yeah, it's tough seeing him be so down, but also, to me, watching players, I want to see people it's hard to say get on with it, but it's also, if you're going to talk such a big game, then it's time to back it up. To me, as much as Adrian is a lovely guy, I don't really see much of him in the game, and I want to see the house scramble more than anything. This isn't anything personal to Adrian, but I feel like the house would panic more if Amy won the BB Blockbuster tonight. And I know that's going against the grid because a lot of people want Amy out. I'm the same. I don't really care if Amy stays or goes at this point. But just from an entertainment perspective, it's going to be interesting doing tomorrow's update and going, when Amy won the Blockbuster and the house had to scramble. It's going to create more anxiety in the game and maybe light a fire under people's bellies that your plan isn't always going to go the way you want it to. And this is a long game, and this is only the second eviction. There's still 16 house guests in there. There's going to be 15 in 1 hour's time, but that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people, and I think Amy winning the BB Blockbuster, as much as I'm really not a fan of her, it would light a fire under some people's arses. Say that proud with the British flags flying in the background. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, light a fire under their arses. That's what I say. I love when I just embrace my Britishness on the stream. It's so funny. I know how much y'all love my American accent that I do. This one in the back isn't so keen on it, but I love to crack that one out every now and then. Yeah, I don't want Will to go either. I see in most scenarios tonight, I think Will's safe. I think Will's safe, and I'm really happy about that. But I've been talking in my live feed updates about how he's kind of given up on the game. Not given up, but he just doesn't have a lot of drive in him. And there's so many people who would kill to have the social game that Will's got. Do not let that go to waste. Do not let it go to waste. Don't let the fire fizzle out. That is a social game that could take you to the end. Get it together, Will. Get it together, because I'm rooting for you, my friend. And you are funny, you are personable, you are lovely. Don't let the social game go to waste, my friend. Wow, we've got 169 viewers, which is a lovely number, and 169 likes. It's double 69. You cannot go wrong, folks. But if you want to help me out, I'd love to get it to 200. If you haven't hit the like button already, we need 30 more people to hit the like button, and then we're at 200, which is the goal for the night, folks. We've got 10 minutes to do so, so if you haven't hit the like button already, please do. Hey Tom, how are you? I'm good. I'm happy with this season. I'm enjoying the chaos. That's how I would summarize it in a sentence. Adrian is my winner pick, and I want to see him in the wall comp. Yeah, he's practiced the wall comp at home. He built his own, so we'll see if he does make it to the wall comp. Can he do it? That's going to be an interesting thing to see. Tom, are you in the UK? I'm in America this year. I don't know if y'all have seen, but I opened my PO box and we did a little mail segment the other day for the first time. I was sent some coffee, I was sent some peanut brittle and some lovely postcards. It was just a really, really enjoyable segment. And I'm so thrilled that I finally got a PO box. That's something I've wanted to do since I was, I think, 18 years old. And here we are. I'm now 23 and finally got the opportunity to do the PO box. And what I'm doing in my live feed updates, if you've noticed, is we're building out a postcard wall. So if you guys want to send a postcard in and you want be part of the postcard wall, then I'm sure Sam will dump the address in the. I think she just did there. Yeah, we're building a postcard wall. So if you want to send in a postcard, and I will literally open it up in one of the live feed updates when we do our mail segment, then you can get on the postcard wall. So send me a postcard wherever you're from. I just thought it would be really lovely and fun to get postcards from all over the place, because I know I've got viewers all over the world and all over America. I've got viewers in every single state, from New York to Hawaii. I have got viewers, which is baffling to me. It blows me away that there's people watching me in every single state. And I just think that would be so cool to build out a postcard wall and get things from all over, because I also know I've got viewers in Canada, in Australia, in all sorts of pockets of the world, in different countries in Europe. It's crazy when I look at where all my viewers come from. It's pretty cool, and I'm never not amazed by it. So the postcard wall would be such a fun idea, I think, just to have postcards from all over the place come together on the wall behind me. It would just be the coolest thing ever. So yeah, if you all want to send a postcard in, then please do. It's going to be a welcome addition to the channel. Sam has just dropped the PO box address in the chat below, so if you want to send one, just take note of that PO box address there and send one to me, and I will put it right on the wall and I'll read it out on the live feed updates, and yeah, we'll have some fun with that one, folks. We've got 5 minutes until the eviction. Very, very exciting. Virginia Ramirez says best place to get a local postcard is Walgreens or Walmart. You heard it from Virginia, folks. Walgreens or Walmart, folks. Yeah, Duncan country, let's go. I've definitely adopted to the way of New England. I love me some Duncan. What size shirt do you wear, Tom? I have a few RSVLT. Oh, that's so sweet. I wear extra large. I like my shirts baggy. That's what I like. I like them baggy and comfortable. That's how I would describe. Is Sam your guardian angel, or is she the devil on your shoulder? She can be both. No, I'm joking. She's the best person in the world. I am so in love with this human back here. I know I'm going to embarrass them for a second there, but really, that's why I married them. They're the most wonderful human I've ever met in my entire life, and I'm so lucky to have them here. And yeah, and I can tell you guys love Sam as well. Just seeing all the outpour of love for Sam over the past few weeks in the comment section has not just warmed Sam's heart, but it's warmed mine so much as well. I'm so glad that other people are getting to see how amazing Sam is, and yeah, just an amazing human all around. And yeah, I'm sure y'all can tell just by me gushing right now, and if you've been following the channel for years, you will know all the developments over the years. And here we are now. Let's throw our rings up in the air, Sam. We're married, let's go. Yeah, I see some people asking about the peanut brittle that was sent in, and just like Sam said, it was absolutely delicious. Mama is a chef and a half. Mama is quickly becoming one of the most amazing people, one of the most amazing supporters on the channel, and it's very sweet that we've got Mama supporting the channel. And those postcards that you all saw in today's update were from Mama, and they look amazing as well. And such a beautifully handwritten note that was sent to us, and just very, very sweet. And it really was honestly one of the most favourite segments I've ever done during all my years of doing this. You know, that mail segment where we got to open that, it was just so sweet. So massive shout out to Mama, and also to I believe it was Frank who sent some coffee in as well. The Scallywag blend, which I'm dying to try. I'm really excited to open that up. But yeah, that was an amazing first ever mail day segment. So like I said, folks, we've got a PO box now, so if you want to send something my way, then you know the address. Alright folks, we've got a few minutes to go, so we're going to close up on the chat like we always do with I'm sure we all know what's coming right now. If y'all are here every single week, you'll know exactly what we're about to do, folks. The last thing we ever do before the show starts, it is time for, I want to see if someone beats me to it, it is time for, see, is someone going to say it? Someone going to say it? Wait for it, someone say it. So, come on, there's 150 of y'all, someone's got to get it. It's time. Thank you, Sam did it. Snack check. Okay, where Tina was on the mark. Okay, there we go. More people coming through. Tina was on the mark, because I know what Tina, every single time I do snack check, Tina tells me that snack time is ganja time. And I am very happy for you. Without getting demonetized for me here. I love that for you. But yes, it's snack check time, folks. Quickly send in what you are enjoying for the show tonight. Snacks, drinks, let me know. Whoever makes me the most jealous wins. What do you win? A good old well done from TV Talk to the Tom. Let's see what people are snacking on tonight, folks. Alright. Ice cream and cherry coke sounds delicious. Bubble tea, love me some bubble tea. Take a bite of Reese's and then drink a coke, it foams up. That sounds interesting. I might have to try that. S'mores peanut brittle, of course you are, Mama. That sounds amazing. The devil's lettuce. Sticky wings, oh, that sounds so good. And I know Tina's on the puff, good stuff. So I hope Tina enjoys that tonight. But I didn't leave enough time for snack check, folks, because we were getting so carried away with all the postcard stuff. So we're going to wrap this up, and I'm going to give the win to Scorpio Moon Gal, because I could die for some wings right now. Thank you so much to everybody for joining us tonight. I appreciate every single last one of you who left a super thanks, who left a kind message, who left a congratulations. Y'all are what makes this channel work, and yes, this is a British guy saying y'all regularly because of y'all. So thank you so much, everybody. Have an amazing evening tonight. Enjoy the eviction. Sending so much love to you all. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I'll be here tomorrow with your live feed update discussing who the new head of household is and who they will be targeting. But until then, folks, thank you so much. Don't forget to stay safe, stay positive, and stay healthy out there. And remember, be kind to one another. But in the meantime, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, do all of that wonderful stuff. But until your next live video, I've been your host, Tom Vasey. Say it with me, folks. Good night. Enjoy the show, folks. Mwah. See if I can end this now. There we go.